Headline: Diddy supporters outside of the courtroom slinging baby oil. There's where the money's at. For 60 days of this trial, I've been going viral. It almost seems like this one baby oil incident erased all of that.
I mean, it was shocking.
When Diddy came out and was telling
A YouTuber just had to apologize for covering himself in baby oil outside the Diddy trial. After Diddy was acquitted on the most serious charges of racketeering and sex trafficking, YouTuber Armon Wiggins was filmed dancing and cheering while pouring baby oil all over himself. This stunt was a direct reference to Diddy's alleged drug-fueled freak-off parties, which were mentioned repeatedly in the indictment. Feds reportedly found over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant when they raided his homes. Unsurprisingly, the video caused massive backlash, with people accusing Wiggins of celebrating the controversial verdict. Wiggins quickly responded on Instagram, insisting the clip was taken out of context. He claimed the baby oil stunt was part of a long-running joke with his audience and was never intended to be a show of support for Diddy. He said it was a moment of levity with his community after covering the case for 60 days. He fully apologized to anyone who was hurt or disappointed, especially survivors of abuse, admitting the timing and optics were terrible. It's a wild reminder of how an inside joke can seriously backfire.
Now, Armon, you was doing great. You was just going in there, getting information, passing along. You was telling it, coming back and reporting to us all the information that we needed because you was the inside scoop on, majority on the good stuff with the Diddy situation. And yesterday, Armon, you was trending for being one of the people with the baby oil. Like, come on, Armon. Like, I get it. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't know what happened in the moment for y'all to just, decide to take off your shirt and then say, hey, baby oil time. Like, that wasn't it, my guy. Like, I ain't gonna lie, Ron been doing great, like I said, covering the Diddy whole case. He inside the courtroom, or they got a little what's the little extended rooms where you cannot fit in the courtroom, basically the overflow room, basically. But he still got a chance to be one of the people to get like the information like hands on right then and there, and not like a hearsay third party type of situation. And he'll go looking great, present himself very well. And yesterday he decided to do that. Like, I mean, we all human, we all have flaws, but bruh, next time think about it, because that wasn't it at all. But
Armon, Wiggins, and others have been outside of the courthouse pouring baby oil on each other since Diddy's verdict has been read. Y'all, the judge said come back at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He has received the letters from the prosecutors and from the defense. On top of that, he's received letters from Cassie Ventura and Deontay Nash. Cassie's letter was very short. She said that Diddy needs to stay in there until he is sentenced because he posed a danger to all the witnesses, including herself and the community. Deontay Nash's letter was a little bit longer. He said that the judge has been fair so far, but he needs the judge to realize that a lot of these witnesses were there under a subpoena and that they are afraid of retaliation. They are already living in fear. And if Diddy is released, it shows that he is not going to be held accountable because of his fame, his power, and his influence. He stated that Diddy has a long history of violence, coercive, and retaliatory behavior, and that he knows firsthand the fear that Diddy instills into the people around him. He is asking that Diddy remains in jail because they are afraid for their lives. Y'all, as soon as I have more information, I will let you know. After the hearing, I will have another video.
So you take off your shirt, pour baby oil on yourself, and yell out another man's name. This is why some of you can't escape the fact that some of us think that you like boys. Now, there's nothing wrong with liking boys. The problem comes in when you pretend that you don't like boys and that you like girls. Because for the life of me, I don't understand the rationalization to take off your top in front of a courthouse, pour baby oil on yourself, and yell out another man's name. And no, I don't want to hear I'm a content creator. Nah. That is something else. Personally, I think it's time to start assessing some shit. Like, what? You took off your top and put on baby oil and called out another man's name for.
She must don't know Armon, because Armon, everyone knows he likes men. That's no secret.
I know good and goddamn well I did not see big buckaroo tooth Armon Wiggins weird ass outside of the courthouse at the Diddy trial, slathering himself in baby oil. I knew once he got that damn show canceled, that show that was on Fox Soul, I knew once he got that show snatched, he was gonna start spiraling. Very fucking weird. That's crazy. He's never gonna let this shit down. Don't ever let him come back into the fold after that. That is crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Listen, are we oiled up? Because I ain't got no oil on. I need more oil. Okay? Because, babe.
We're going to continue to see Armon Wiggins doing. The word starts with a C and end with an N. We gonna continue seeing him on that type of time, because when you want to be famous really, really bad, you're gonna do anything. You're gonna do whatever it takes to be famous, including pouring baby oil outside of a Diddy trial, and to try to clean up his mess and give a PR message to my son what was a lighthearted moment. That's not lighthearted, babe. It's just only gonna get worse from here with Armon Wiggins. Ugh. He has always been on the wrong side of the fence.
Okay, I just saw Funky Geneva call out Armon. The media did spin that story of Armon Wiggins getting baby oils sprayed on him. He was just being Armon. I don't know. Like, he might have leaned towards Diddy, and he explained this in a post. He was like, I have my right to support who I want to support, but just because I was having fun outside the courthouse does not mean I supported Diddy's win, which goes to show, like, if he really wanted to support Diddy, he would have said it right then and there. And I didn't think that either, because I was like, I've been watching Armon's clip, like, he never, like, he might have leaned a little bit towards Diddy, but it never came off like blindly supporting Diddy like some other people. So yeah, the media is messed up for calling those people Diddy supporters with the baby oil thing. Those people are just New Yorkers. That is just crazy New Yorkers. That's all it is. So, people are running with this story, and I don't know. I guess Armon, since he came up, people are gonna come for him out of jealousy. But I thought that was unfair, because there's been plenty of people celebrating, yelling "Free Diddy" with Free Diddy shirts. But people spraying baby oil on each other, that's just funny. They're just being funny.
I'm trying to understand why Armon Wiggins would take everything that he has built by being...
Let me try something really fast. Hold on. I just want to see, like, let me see, do it. Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, there is. Oh, we had a house manager. The house manager.
This Diddy trial and the media covering the Diddy trial is very ghetto. You got Armon Wiggins outside of the courthouse pouring baby oil on himself with all of Diddy supporters. You got other influencers covering the Diddy trial arguing and getting into fights with each other because some people support Diddy and others don't. You got people yelling at Diddy's mother because she's smiling happy that her son is not guilty of the RICO. It's very, very much ghetto out there. And maybe Diddy should really stay locked away because he's causing too much chaos. Okay? I don't like it, y'all. It's too much. It's a lot going on in New York City already. You got these people acting a goddamn fool. Nobody is taking this shit serious. And then you got Dawn talking about she's going to get justice. Dawn, when you had your chance, you didn't say anything. You didn't say anything. You didn't plead your case. We don't want to hear from you no more. This Diddy trial and the media covering the Diddy trial is very ghetto. You got Armon.
Y'all being outside this courtroom, showering yourselves with baby oil is my final straw. Tyler Perry presents Baby Oil, Bussy, and Betrayal. Coming soon. It's Mr. Mosby for me. Just outside monkeying around.
I'll just be speechless about a lot of things. I just know that man, Armon Wiggins, he would have been the first in line at a Diddy freak off. What, as a grown man, what would possess you to just slather yourself in baby oil because another grown man is found not guilty? Definitely would have been first in line to get his cheeks clapped. I'm sure of it. He'd have been ready and willing. Baby oil in tow. I know.
Okay, I have my first thought that I feel like I want to share in regards to this Diddy trial. And it's not even really about Diddy. It's about people's reaction and behavior post decision. Now, mind you, his children, his mama, all of that, I understand. You know, that's they people. Armon Wiggins, why are you outside having baby oil sprayed all over you in 100-degree weather in front of a courthouse in New York? Why, love? Why? But why? Like, hey, I feel like it went the way it was supposed to go or whatever, but you're dancing like the scene and like the music scene in Sinners, having baby oil tossed on you. I just feel like that's unsavory. Carisha with the Justin Bieber post, you've been quiet this whole time, sister. Stay quiet. You've been quiet this whole time, sister. Stay quiet, sister, stay quiet. And last but not least, what I do believe to be true is that his ability and his power nexus has shifted. And as a person who is an abolitionist, I don't believe in prisons and jails and processes for situations like this. Because money and access, because the same black men who are celebrating this, if they were in his position, wouldn't have the legal support to be able to navigate the system like this. They would have had to plead out for fear of a life sentence. That's one of the biggest reasons I don't believe in prisons, jails, and this justice system, because not everyone gets the same experience. This, based on how the justice system works, is what it was supposed to be like. Not talking about the harm that he caused. I'm talking about the justice system, y'all. But
I do believe that his hedge of protection has been drastically impacted, which can only be beneficial. His mask has been removed, and I'm wondering how he's going to discuss and unpack who he is versus who he allowed us to believe he was, you know. But Armon, that
Armon Wiggins and that Free Diddy crowd are embarrassing. And the thing is that it's people like Armon Wiggins, they'll do anything for an invite. They'll worship the devil for an invite. Because spreading baby oil on yourself was not no creative process, dummy. You did that for some clout, and you did that because you want to be on the right side. That's that, or whatever side that you feel like is going to get you the invites, which is weird as hell. And the thing is Diddy is still a felon. He's a felon, and he has the possibility of serving up to 20 years in prison. There's nothing to celebrate here. Nothing to really celebrate here. And the thing is, bro, y'all, I don't give a fuck. These situations right here are why women don't speak out. It's just to be fucking for real. This is why. I don't give a fuck. This is why women do not speak out, bro. This is it. And again, we're now going to be enabling him if he does get off with the slap on the wrist. We're going to be enabling this type of activity. This is not about what he's doing in his bedroom. This is about exposing the industry as one thing and exposing an executive doing weird stuff with women.
Girl, when I tell him it's Armon Wiggins, is no joke. Watch his reenactment of what the man said Diddy did in the courtroom.
Doing this.
Also, I just want to say, this has nothing to do with my other video, but I don't.
Armon? What are you doing? What is this? What? Oh no. I haven't watched his videos in a minute, but it's done. It's done. It's done. What? Was he always like this? He wasn't always like this. I remember him being like an ally at first. Oh, this is weird. This is weird. This is weird. Armon. That's so bad. That is so bad. So minstrel-like almost. Armon? What are you doing? What is this?
He said one person that worked for Diddy went to the...
Ready, Sam?
You on?
Okay. All right, so we have an idea. Diddy's walking, Armon's putting Secret Service.
It's time to retire the suit, Sam. No, man. Yes, he's like, I spent a lot of money on that.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't know what to do today now that Armon's not on. I watch him every day. Like, he is NBC, CBS, ABC. I'm watching Nightline. I'm watching Today Show. I'm watching all those when I watch Armon about Diddy trial. And now today's Saturday, so ain't no trial. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Armon Wiggins, keep bringing the tea. Damn, Armon, you gotta do something. Go and see what's happening in the jail. You need a cellmate. You need some of Diddy's cellmates so you can find out what's going on in the inside when he...
Diddy, who comes out with the veil on, and you have another guy in the back room with Cassie or whoever they get, and they're just doing what they do. So when it's time for the finishings, they did the finishings, And Diddy just comes in, and Diddy's just a nasty man. He's disgusting. Diddy is filthy. Disgusting.
Armon, where you going?
I'm gonna go get my own.
Armon, you look amazing, my friend.
Listen. And I told you how we could stop the period. Just bring the intro, they show the hotel. So we're
Okay, so is anybody obsessed with Armon Wiggins out there when he say, Diddy? Because I am. Okay, so is anybody obsessed with Armon Wiggins out there when he say,
And this is why I'm going to stand on the fact that this trial should have been aired for everybody to see. Kind of like they did Young Thug. Everyone have their own way of interpreting facial expression, words that's being said. Things may be taken out of context because you don't understand the cultural background. Yada, 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 yada. This is exactly why I said they should have allowed the cameras in a courtroom. That way things cannot be taken out of context. Armon Wiggins, along with Tisa Tales and others, are at the Diddy trial. He's giving his updates daily, I believe. I see him here and there. Armon Wiggins gave his opinions about a woman named Mia's testimony. There's a creator on this app basically saying that she do not agree with him and she's calling him misogynistic. That's not the first time that Armon has been called that. Number one, sweetheart. Somebody being in a courtroom don't make them unbiased or biased. Never understood how you can be so upset with someone because they don't like your favorite content creator, or they don't like something he said, or they don't like his perspective. Your first clap back is, he was in a courtroom. The fuck does that mean? And so is Diddy. That's why I said, and? The fuck that's supposed to mean? That's why I was side-eyeing the hell out of Tisa Tales, because what the fuck are you doing? Why would you, as a YouTuber, a content creator who has built their success online, is blocking people from saying what they have to say about people that you like? I mean, that's why she got her platform, so that she can disagree on her fucking platform. But they are in a public fucking space. People got the right to say whatever the fuck they want to say. Just like people are entitled to their opinions about Armon Wiggins. Him in a courtroom or not. You saying that he's in a courtroom so he would have the most facts. Most of the news stations that's covering Diddy trial is not in the courtroom. They're probably...
Diddy was talking about how big his was.
The prosecution in Puffy's case was horrible. If New York City is paying people to do that type of prosecution, you can hire me and I'll come do the job for you. Because
Who are we watching for our Diddy trial updates? I want to make sure that we're aligned. I am watching Tisa Tales on YouTube during the day, and then I go to Armon's channel, Armon Wiggins, at night. You're not watching Armon. He's a key. His reenactment of what happened during trial during the day is hilarious. But let me know in the comments who you watching, because I want to make sure I'm getting like the new media experience, but I also want like really good and quick updates.
Absolute pandemonium on TikTok because of this Diddy verdict. A plane just crashed, and people are so busy crashing out about Diddy that they don't even know that a plane just crashed. So let me give my take on a few things that I've noticed in this whole Diddy debacle. Okay, first of all, Ratchet TV going at Tisa Takes is some of the bitch ass shit I have ever seen in my life. To go at a woman whose job is to give cultural commentary and, of course, to defend women is absolutely insane. Now, of course, if he's doing it for likes and views and social media and all that, I guess I can understand just a little bit, but it's still some bitch ass shit. Okay? Now, let's be very clear. Diddy did all that shit, okay? Period. You know what I mean? The jury gave Diddy the benefit of doubt because in their minds, and this is just my opinion, they're wondering why would you bring a RICO against this man when this case should have been handled at the state level. And so their inability to answer that question is likely the reason why they said, okay, we're going to give him a guilty verdict on counts 3 and 5. So first of all, Diddy did not get off. He got a guilty verdict on counts 3 and 5, and it is likely due to the fact that the jury wanted to say, yes, we know that this guy is a monster. We know he's a bad guy, but why would you bring this into a federal courthouse when it is a case that should have been taken up in another court? That's what they're saying, if you ask me. Because if you look at the age of most of those jurors were of an age and of an intellect enough to understand that you are not going to bring this into federal court and play us, okay? Next thing I want to talk about. If you have not watched any of Armon Wiggins' content, then you don't understand why he's out there being baby oiled up in front of the courthouse. And so while it looks like they're celebrating the fact that Diddy won, they're really just celebrating the fact that the trial is over and that everybody was out there and they've been out there for 35 days taking in this moment in history, okay? And so it's not really a celebration of the fact for most of these people. Some of them are just fucking crazy. But it's not just a celebration of the fact that Diddy won. Is more or less, hey, this is over. We've been in this thing together. You know, let's turn up one last time. Now, on the heels of that, I want to say this. There are some men who absolutely hate women. Some men who will continue to disrespect women, continue to objectify women, to continue to not see women as women, okay? But you have to be able to separate that from what is going on here, okay? A lot of people, just like in the OJ moment when OJ beat the system, they were not celebrating because OJ got away with murder, if he in fact did it, which, you know, it's coming out that he didn't. They were celebrating because OJ beat the system. So there are people who are going to celebrate because Diddy, even though he didn't completely beat the feds, he beat the RICO charge, and they have a 97% conviction rate, which we live in a country that's more and more every day that if they want to get you, they are coming to get you. So for people, it just shows that the underdog can win. Now, Diddy, a very powerful man, a billionaire and all of this, right? He went up against a bigger monster than himself. Some people see it for what it is, and they're saying, oh, he beat the bigger monster. Now, even though he's bruised, he's battered, he'll do 3 to 5 years in jail. That's what they are saying. So you have to differentiate those people from the people who are just happy because, you know, these women, you know what I mean? That's their excuse. Oh, these women, they were loose and they wanted the money and they wanted the this and the that and the third. Diddy is an abuser. Diddy is a monster. Okay? Period. Okay? And if you don't understand that, then you do have some work to do on seeing people's humanity, women's humanity, just like a racist would have work on seeing a black person's humanity. Just like a xenophobic person would have to do some work on seeing a foreigner's humanity or a Muslim's humanity. You have some work to do on seeing a woman's humanity. The last point that I want to make, and I want y'all to leave some comments, if you've ever been to a rally in New York, if you've ever been to a march in New York, if you ever just been to Manhattan or Brooklyn, New York has more diversity than any place in the world. And so you have to understand that people who come from New York, who are just opinionated because it's a Wednesday, they're going to be more opinionated because it's a trial. They're going to be even more opinionated than that because Diddy is from New York, okay? And so You're expecting people to act calmly and to, oh, why are they using this moment to get excited and talk, and why don't they just be intelligent and da 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 da. These are New Yorkers. I said it to somebody. I said, yo, New Yorkers could have a peace march and 3 people get unalived. You know what I mean? That's New York. You know, and so if you've never been there, if you've never been boots on the ground to see the craziness, of course this is something new for you, but it's not new for anybody who done seen it many, 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 many times before. But anyway, that's my take. It's a moment in the culture, and sometimes we want these moments to have meaning, okay? But sometimes it's just chaos, and it'll be 6 months to a year down the road before we're able to define what we're seeing and what's happening. Absolute pandemonium on TikTok because of this Diddy verdict. A plane just crashed, and people are so busy crashing out about.
One thing I do want to say to y'all is feelings don't change facts. In fact,
Oh, let me get Holly.
Definitely gonna make him feel.
Because Diddy's supporters were out of control. The first time I ran and did my live, of course, I had 2 armed security guys. Everyone told me, the people in the courthouse. Hold on, y'all. Look at this.
Hello, everyone. This is Demia Avery of the Demia Avery Show. So listen, I wanted to do just a quick video because I noticed on social media, and I know you have too, especially on YouTube with a lot of different influencers, that there has been a lot of negative energy. Whether it's I don't like this one. I don't like that one. She did that. She did this. And I just kind of wanted to put out there some positive vibes out there because we're all in this thing together. We're all trying to make money somehow. And for some of us that want to do this type of thing, it's not always easy. And not everybody's going to like the other person. And sometimes it's not even about liking the other person. It's like just sometimes people resonate better with us than others. So there are so many influencers out there that are doing amazing jobs. And with me being a new influencer or content creator on YouTube, I just wanted to share some of the people that I really like. And again, there are some others, but I didn't want to go in. It's so many. So these are just some of my favorites. And at the end, if you want to comment and put down some of your favorites in the comments, I'll make sure I go check them out because maybe I never really looked at them. But I'm going to name just a few, and then I'll tell you some of the reasons that I liked them. So starting off, one of my favorites is Armon Wiggins. And I love Armon for his comedic side.
The headline, Diddy supporters outside of the courtroom slinging baby oil.
Hey, you guys, it's your granny, your TikTok granny. Let me say something. I have something to say. I don't want anybody to get mad. It's regarding this, this Diddy update stuff and I guess courtroom behavior. Allegedly, there were some YouTubers. I guess I just want to just say what I heard. Allegedly, Tisa Tell almost got into 3 altercations when the verdict got ranked, when they read the verdict. And then they said that she had went down to, okay, you guys, and allegedly, I guess, there was a little ruckus when the verdict came over. They're saying that I guess people, they were, spouting things at her, like she wasn't telling the truth during the trial. She wasn't reporting things accurately and making things sound a certain kind of way. And you guys, it's unfortunate if you, my take on the trial was this. I believe some things were done, but I believe that if we trust in the judicial system like we say we do, then whatever it is that those 12 jurors came back at, because they got to see things that we did not see. Even though there were YouTubers, bloggers, there were people that, and so at the end of the day, if people were not reporting things accurately, then they should just clear it up. They should clear it up. But this is my thoughts. Why would 3 people almost get into it with a YouTuber or a TikToker or whoever, some type of blogger, if whatever they were saying or whatever they were saying as far as the court stuff didn't agree with you? The thing about it is that I always was this. I'm not left or right or undecided. I wanted to hear everything. I just wanted to hear everything that was being said. I wanted to read everything that I could read. But if 12 jurors decided this, if you believe in the judicial system like you say you do, then that's what we have to respect in those boundaries of what they decide in their decision, regardless if we like him or not. That's what's right. So either if we're going to stand up for right on this stuff, they came back. They only charged them with a couple things, allegedly prostitution. So if that's what they said that they could prove that they had a problem with, us as onlookers have to go with it if we believe in the judicial system. Because we were not in the courtroom and we were just going off everyone that we could see and information we could read. But people that were actually in the courtroom, jurors, made the decision of not convicting them on all of the charges. What's your thoughts in the comments? Hey, you guys, it's your granny, your TikTok granny. Let me say something. I have something.
So I've been keeping up with the Diddy trial, and if you're a Tisa Tells fan, hey, me too. Tisa Tells on YouTube is the main person I've been getting my information from about the trial.
Why are you sweating, Tisa? Why are you sweating? Why are you sweating?
Tisa's live talking about this fight, and he's live and talking about this fight. This is very meta, you guys.
You got caught up talking about I can't and I don't know him. Say it while I'm here. Why don't you say it while I'm standing right here?
Bitch ass men out here trying to bully women.
Bullying you? You bullied Diddy. You bullied his family. You bullied Diddy's entire family. You bullied Diddy's entire family.
So listen, let's get back into
what happened with the prostitution. Because you're a liar. Why don't you tell them people about that Rico you promised them? With that dry ass wig.
Hey Ron, let's get what this is very meta. This is very meta. This argument is very meta.
Black Mirror, guys.
It's Black Mirror, right? We're all live streaming. We're all live streaming. Tisa's dancing. Tisa's dancing. So listen, Ratchet's yelling.
You scrambling and scraping.
All right, you guys, kiss and make up.
Oh, she gotta stand on the line, she told me.
Listen.
Bad boy. Bad boy.
Not the bad boy
Bad boy.
Okay, TikTok. Here goes nothing. Let's go ahead and flex the taste on the situation with the Diddy trial, most notably Tisa Tales. Now, there's a such thing, okay, as journalistic integrity. And what that means is that you're supposed to report on the news with no malice. Once bias, personal bias, taints your opinion of things, everybody else kind of views you differently. And I've actually just started to become aware of the platform that Tisa Tales has, and it's pretty impressive. I mean, she's been on ABC News and everything. However, she does have a lot of detractors, people that are saying that she has a tendency to stretch the truth. Now, I don't play that, you know what I mean? I'm the type of journalist that plays everything right down the middle. If you right, you right. If you wrong, you wrong. You know what I'm talking about? I've got my own personal opinions about Diddy with this entire thing, but maybe I'll say that for another video. Now, from my understanding, Tisa has quite a few detractors that says that she's not very honest about what she's doing, and during the course of the Diddy trial, that was on full display. Now, I'm all for putting somebody in their place, but that gentleman from Ratchet TV that approached her, bro, I gotta say, is giving sucker shit. Let's put it this way, man, okay? All of you guys, all of us rather, we all have a responsibility to make sure that we uphold the news that we're supposed to. However, we also know that we have to make money off of these platforms, and there are tendencies for us to have to maybe put a little stank on something in order for it to gain some traction. Every one of us is guilty of this. It ain't just her. Matter of fact, some of the biggest platforms right now on this particular app is known for stretching the truth. But I'll leave that to imagination. Fact is yes, she definitely should have been called out on the things that she was saying, but she's more than welcome to her opinion. And if people want to tap into her platform, they're more than welcome to. It's called freedom of speech. I mean, come on, man. Even if she was paid by the prosecution, you see that it didn't really affect the minds of the people that it should have, and that was the jury. So for all intents and purposes, I guess justice was served. I mean, at least due process. Now, let this be a lesson to all content creators out there that no matter how loud you think your voice is, somebody is always listening. And that
Tisa's live talking about this. Why are you sweating? Why are you sweating? Tisa's live talking about this.
Prepare to be sick of me, because I just figured out how to watch all my Ratchet TV for free. I'm already going to hell. So I don't see the point in giving Zeus Network or
These are just some of the men defending Diddy that will do anything in.
Listen, y'all know I love me some Ratchet TV, right? So I found TikTok's version.
What up, y'all? I got something here talking about the whole Tisa Tales and Ratchet mess. This is Joel's World off of YouTube. Let's get it.
I know everybody. I know everybody. I don't know Ratchet TV. I might have to reach out to him one day. So he goes live on a 3-hour live, and he's complaining about the blogger Tisa Tales.
Sometime this
And
week.
Rolling here, beat the fuck out of Russian cream. I can't wait to get on here and tell y'all that. Yes, I'm excited. We've been having some fun tonight. Yeah, niggas. She's so.
get back into it because you're a liar. Why don't you tell the people about that Rico you promised them? With that dry ass wig, tell them about that. Tell them about that Rico you promised them. Tell them about that Rico you promised them, Tisa. Tell them about that Rico you promised them, Tisa. Turn it up.
A lot of you black men really need to be ashamed of yourself, fars, with this Tisha Tales situation. If you don't know who Tisha Tales is, look her up. She has been following the Diddy situation since day one. Since before the trial, before the verdict, she's been following it since day one. A beautiful, beautiful lady that's been very consistent with this trial. A lot of you black men, beautiful, beautiful lady that's been very consistent with this trial. Now, you got all these black men, this is so sad, black men podcasters that's coming against this woman, saying she's spinning a narrative, she's lying, she's telling tales. I don't know if she is or if she isn't, but I know one thing, she stayed consistent. Her numbers have skyrocketed. She has a lot of opportunities now on the table, I think, with mainstream media as well. So I see a lot of envy in you men. And let me say something about this. Some of you men, y'all some bitch ass niggas. Y'all was willing to say and think this was justifiable to lay hands on her at court. Like I heard one podcaster say, what's this podcaster? The podcast was so, you old ass nigga. You justify a person, another man saying they want to lay hands on a woman. See, that's the problem. Y'all always want to call women over emotional, but y'all men have not realized is y'all have done no inner work. Y'all worrying about Diddy when y'all need to get down inside of you and do some inner work. Y'all are over emotional, way past women now. That's why you got all the killing with the guns and the boys can't, have no conflict resolution, picking up guns, killing each other. Why? Over emotion.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun. And baby, I don't know if you know her. This is Tisa Tales. Tisa Tales is a consummate content creator, and she was paramount during the Diddy trial. Tisa came back and updated us at every break. At the end of the night, she gave lives. And Tisa was 10 toes down that Diddy was guilty of everything, right? That's just how she felt. But she's come under fire because people feel like she was really wrong and just really negative towards Diddy. Now, Tisa is coming under fire for being in this barricade right here because people are like, how did she get in this barricade? Right? There were content creators out there. Nobody else did that. Tisa even went live on her channel to show credentials that she had made up, that she was a part of the FBI or the CIA or whatever. She even has a security guard. That dude, you see the arm over there with the suit on? He was standing outside the barricade. But the guy with the backpack is from Ratchet TV, and he was giving it to Tisa. He was telling Tisa how she needed to apologize to Diddy's family, how she misled her audience, saying that he was going to be guilty, how she lied on Diddy, and it was another woman in the back talking about Tisa hates black men. It was a mess. But now, the people are saying that Tisa not even black, because while this man right here was going at Tisa, Tisa said something like, it's just another broke in. Baby, they hot behind it. Let's listen.
Despite projecting herself as a member of the black community, as she has been doing, it is now confirmed that Tisa Tales is not African American. She is of an Indian or Asian descent, with no cultural or ancestral ties to the black experience.
Now, this is Delray Richardson. He is from Straight Game TV on YouTube, and I am using this video for teaching purposes, okay? So he's saying that it has been confirmed that Tisa is not black. I don't know where he got this confirmation, but not black. And after she said the N-word, that really sent people into orbit behind all that. And for whatever reason, people really are not feeling Tisa because in the comments, people had talked about unfollowing Tisa, how they couldn't stand her voice, how she lied to everybody. But I feel like Tisa was just giving her perspective like everybody else was giving their perspective. But she really and truly got under a lot of people's skin behind this. That's wild. Baby, and another thing that Del Rey cannot with, he played this clip over and over and over in one of his videos. And I think Tisa was talking about this dude right here because when they were going back and forth, because he was letting Tisa have it. Tisa said, Diddy is never going to let you please the eggplant baby. Honey, he could not with that when she said that. So y'all let me know, did y'all listen to Tisa during the Diddy trial? Could you form your own opinions? Did you feed into everything that she was saying? Or do you think she was just covering it like any other content creator was covering it, right? Because she was actually in the courtroom. I was listening to her and other content creators, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't think that what Tisa was saying was Bible. I knew I had to wait to see what the judge and jury had said. They act like the girl was the judge and the jury. Let me know what you think. It's your girl, Millie Chun. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Another order to make sure this doesn't happen because they have another person coming in with a suit. Tisha Tells is a nasty bird. She's one with that big belt. Tisha Tells is a nasty yuck. She is a nasty yuck. And that's coming from an apostle of Holy Spirit Jesus. She is yuck. If I spiritually wanted her, the birds to do something to her, I would want them to peck her eyes out with their beaks. That's how much. Outside the courtroom. Like I said, she's a nasty guy. You're a nasty guy. Yeah, I know. Kiss your mother for me on a boy, because I'm alive back in the courtroom just out with Diddy. You thought I was out the courthouse, but I'm not. That's Tisa. Go wash that fucking wig. Go put some hairspray in it or some shit. Go fly with the birds. That's what she's talking about. No. She said. Kiss yourself, because you're not Black American. She got her. You never will. When I find out your name, I'm going to let you know just how much. Say what the fuck you want to say. And I'm going to see if you have practice around your zip code. You good? She is. Do I got to fix somebody? And if you don't have practice around your zip code, I'm going to say fuck you, baby. I know. You better take me back. All the crowd you need, drama. Nobody needs to say in the spirit of Jesus. Don't stick while you're at it on the elevator. There's so much drama. Put your fucking bag and don't say excuse me. You gonna see what happens. Oh, good. I see come on, Miss Combs. Come on. As long as you don't talk about nothing disrespectful, keep it.
Hey, Tim, what's going on? So first, I want to just touch bases on the whole Diddy situation. I watched this trial very closely. Thank you to Armon. Shout out to Armon Wiggins, because he was my to-go person when it came to this. I used to watch Tissa Tells, but I felt like Tissa Tell was just biased. She just was on one side, and I didn't want to get this me like that. I didn't want, and Ticket TV. I used to watch Ticket TV and Tissa, but I just felt like they had already made a decision, and they just was giving a report based on Diddy going to jail for life. You understand? And so when I found Armon Wiggins, I really enjoyed Armon Wiggins because he just gave the story. He made it funny and everything. And he gave his point of view, but he didn't try to stick to, it was times when he would say, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But with Tissa Tells and with Ticket TV, it was like, no, Diddy going to jail. Diddy going to jail. I don't know what y'all think. Like, just so convinced. And with a jury, you just never know. And so with me listening to everything, yes, Diddy was a freak. He was a voyeur. He did a lot of things, okay? But so did these other people. And all of them did it to benefit themselves as well. All right? So what, to me, I never saw
how they can tie in Rico, even though they try so hard to do it. But I don't think this was not an organized crime. He didn't have different women coming from different places. He was trafficking around girls he was fucking. That was in some sort of relationship with him. If I'm rich and you in Florida and I just flew and I landed in New York and I want some pussy and I call you and I say, hey, come to New York. I want to fuck. That ain't no record. That is not tying to nobody having no organized crime. Now, you have, as far as the workers, right? Okay, the workers, they wanted to go the extra mile. You understand? And Diddy was smart. He picked like people that's young. 23, 24, you know, you paying them $75,000, $100,000. That's a lot of money to that age. I could not imagine being 23 years old. So yes, even if you tell me go do something outside of my work hours, I'm going to do it because I'm young and I'm getting money. Right? So I want to say that I'm glad that the jurors came up with a decision, and this was not a hung jury. That would have been a bad way to go out. I'm glad that he was charged on lesser crimes because he should be charged with something, but the RICO charge would have fully wiped out all his assets, and you got to remember the kids. Hey TikTok, what's going on?
Y'all hit the like and subscribe button. Follow me for more stuff to watch.